Okay, here we go on card number 2. As I mentioned on this card, the Hugs and Kisses, I took my stamp and I bent it just a little bit. I put a little bit of an arch in it on my block. And let's see, let me turn it around the right way. Yep, and there we go, Hugs and Kisses. I gave it just a slight curve as I attached it to the block. Well, I didn't press down hard enough. Okay, so here we go. Let me try again. Come on. All right. Let's see. You can always pick it up a little bit and move it after you've tried it. Okay, looks good. Let me see if I can put it on some white. You can see my stamps a little bit. Did it pop back up? It sure did. Let's try one more time. Come on, little girlfriend. Get on here. My block might be a little bit dirty, and that's why it's not cooperating. Okay, so there it goes back again. Well, let's try the other side of the block. Maybe the other side's cleaner. Here we go. You get on there and curve a little bit for me. Okay. My other side's a little cleaner, so now it's cooperating. Okay, Hugs and Kisses. All right, so what we do is we stamp that on our small piece of scrap Whisper White, and it's about 3.5 by 1.25. And I'm going to tap, tap, tap ever so gently on my Juicy Juicy Red stamp pad. Real red, that is. And here we go. Perfect. Looks good. Now I'll bring in my, what do I want to call it? My banner punch. And where did I put the card? I've lost the card already. Nope, not that one. Isn't it funny? You have a very small desk. Oh, no. Yes, here it is, upside down. Hugs and Kisses, and I used the plain one this time. I used the bottom one. So here we go. All the way down to the bottom one. Get it centered just the way I like it. And punch. So our banner is ready to go. We'll put that right there. Put this over here. Now, the next piece we're going to die cut is our foil, our red foil, and it's the same So Detailed Thinlits dies, and we're going to use the more floral one here. And let me get out my big kick. And like I said, I normally use my magnetic plate, but this just happened to be laying here, so we'll try it this way. My red foil is about 4.5 inches by 2. So let's see how we do, if we have enough. Yes, because again, I'm going to cut off a little bit on each end. So let me try and center that up just perfectly. Let me get this in the camera. Let me try and center that up just perfectly. So I have the same amount to cut on each side. Okay, we'll put our plate down on top for our sandwich, and there we go. The one thing about these dies is they cut so nicely. I don't even have to do it twice. I'm just doing it twice to bring it back towards me. And there we go. Watch, look at that. Look how they cut just like butter. I just love them. I'm so impressed with them. So let me move this out of the way. Let me put this over here and move this out of the way. I don't think we need anything else. Oh, yes, we are. We're going to need it one more time. We're going to need it for our folder. And again, Stampin' Up! Has a lovely brush like this. I just have been given this brush, as a gift, and so didn't get a chance to even buy the Stampin' Up! Brush when they came out. But this really works beautifully. And again, you can use this end to punch the extras out, the extra pieces. And come on, girlfriends. Everybody in the pool. Okay, one more up here. Stubborn. Okay, any on this side? Yeah, a couple on this side need to go. You can see how easy, just come near them and they fall right out. Just like that. Okay, I don't see any other ones stuck there. Looks good. Yep. Okay, we'll brush all those puppies aside. Now, we need our folder, and this is our Happy Heart folder, that embossing folder that we have in the annual catalog. And let's get out our big kick, and we will flip it to the side we need, which is the number 1 side. And we'll make our sandwich, and we will take our 8.5 by 5.5 white cardstock, and we will line it up for our hearts. So I need to make sure I go the right way. So I need to turn it this way because I want my hearts to run down the page like this. There we go, and then I want to get them all straight in a line here, and I can see them off a little bit. There we go. They all look like they're lined up at the bottom edge and the top edge nicely. Okay, then I lay it down like this, and through the big kick we go. I've been using this folder for a year or two, probably 2 years. And I'm telling you, Stampin' Up! Just has the best products. And look at how crisp that is. Just beautiful. So there's my cardstock, ready to go. I'll give it a press. I'll move my plates down here out of my way. And my folder, and we are almost done with this card. They just go so fast. Beautiful cards too, just beautiful. Now we'll get a little glue, and again I'm not going to go all the way to the edge because I know that I'm going to have to cut some of that off. Let me get that little piece that wants to stick there. Okay. Just touching these with the tip of this will be just fine to leave just enough glue on there. Okay, here we go. Right in the center. And it doesn't really matter which way you turn this one. It looks beautiful either way, with the leaves and the flowers. And we're going to cut each one of those off to match the edge of our cardstock. Okay, but before I do that, I'm going to glue on my Hugs and Kisses. And we can call this card done almost. Super fast, super beautiful. The punches and the stamps and the dies and the folders just make these cards beautiful, I think. Isn't that gorgeous? Okay, so let's cut our edges off. Elegant. You know, they say Simplicity is elegant. And that's what we've got here. Simple and elegant. I haven't given it time to dry. You will have time to do that. Voila! Isn't it beautiful? There you go. 2 cards in a zip zap. Okay, ladies, we are now going to move on to our Hello Chick card, or Hey Chick card, which is a free stamp set from the Celebration catalog. The Celebration catalog is full of items that are free for every $50 you order out of the annual catalog or the occasions catalog. And on page 17 is our Hey Chick stamp set. Okay, here we go. You're going to take 8.5 by 5.5 cardstock, score it down the middle, and then you're going to take your die set. It is the Laying Circles Framelits dies. Can you read that? Okay. And I've numbered mine set 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I'm going to take the, let's count from the outside. 1, 2, 3. Number 3 inward toward the middle. I'm going to take that die. And oh, by the way, here is the stamp set. And I'm going to take that die and I'm going to lay it on my cardstock, and I've measured in 5/8 of an inch from the right hand side and up 1 inch from the bottom, and I've made my mark. So I'm going to lay this down right here. My bottom's at 1 inch. My outside edge is at 5/8, okay? And I'm going to lay that there. And just for funs, I'm going to put a stickum on there so when I pick it up and move it, it doesn't get out of alignment, okay? So there you go. I'll lay it aside, pick up my big shot, or my big kick, and get my plates ready. So I'm going to use my base plate, my bottom sandwich plate, my die on my white cardstock, and roll it through. If you're using the magnetic, you probably won't need to put that stickum on there, but you might need it just as you move the paper around across your desk also. Okay, so let me move these guys over. And we are done with our big shot. That big shot could really use cleaning. Okay. So there is our cardstock cut, and I wrote on here, you probably won't need to write on here. You can probably just put a pencil mark, but for demonstrations purposes, I wrote on here pretty good so I could see it. Okay, so there you have it. There is your circle for your crazy chicken to pop out of. So we're going to fold it. I really should burnish that. Okay. Now, where do you put your chicken? Well, what I've done for you is I've made a little dash mark across here so you can see, and I would guesstimate this is about, it's about 1/2 inch from the exact point of the corner. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my Memento ink, And I'm going to stamp my chicken. And I don't need, I'm going to put a piece of paper to catch under here. Well, yeah, I am going to stamp the whole thing. Sorry about that. I am. Feet and all. Okay, so here we go. And I'm going to put his feet right there on that corner. And voila. Perfect. Let me see if I can get that closer, if you need it closer. Okay, now let's close it and see the moment of truth. Voila. He is right there in that corner. Now I'm going to use our brand new, and I can take this away. You won't need this pencil mark probably. I'm going to close up my, whoopsie daisy. See, I got ink on there. Wipe that off. Okay, so I am going to use the brand new watercolor pencils from Stampin' Up. And I'm going to use, you can see I put them in my case here that I have. You can buy these blank cases from Stampin' Up in the annual catalog. So the first color I'm going to use is Daffodil Delight. The second one I'm going to use is the Bermuda Bay. And the third one I'm going to use is Pumpkin Pie. And what I'm going to use with them is, close this up, I'm going to use the blender pen. This is Stampin' Up's blender pen, and you get 3 in a package. Okay? And what you do is you wipe off the tip when you change colors. So let's see. Make sure there's no color on here. There's 2 ends. Yeah, it's got a little stain on it, but nothing's really coming off. Okay? So the first thing I'm going to do, where's our card, is I am going to color his body. Let's open him up so I can see him better. I'm going to color his body, and I'm going to press a little firm, but not too hard. And what I'm doing is just getting it on the chicken. I'll go down his legs a little bit in the middle. Okay? And I'll even do a little bit on the center of his tail. Okay? Now, one thing about watercolor painting is you always want to leave a little bit of white to kind of show light hitting an object. So now I'm going to take my blender pen and I'm going to blend this in, and it's almost like using water. I'm going to skip that area around the belly, leave that to be a little highlighting. Okay? So there we go. Next, I'm going to bring in the pumpkin pie, and I'm going to put that really heavy on his nose, and I'm going to put some of it on the edges of his legs, just kind of on the left-hand side, and then I'm going to go down the left side of his body as if the light was coming from this way or even from the front. I will give him a little bit of light back here on this back wing and down here on his body. I'll even put some on his little feathers here. Okay, I'll put some up here under his hair because you know there's no light up there on his hair. Then I'll take my blender pen and smooth it out, blend it almost like adding water, and voila, you will see the pencil turn into a nice solid color where you want it. Okay? Now, let's put a strong orange or pumpkin pie up here, and maybe a little bit on each of his feathers. And let's even put, well, I guess I can wait. Let's blend this out on his feathers. And voila. Now, let's take the blue and really pump it into those feathers. And let's put some in his hair. Now, leave some highlights, some white spaces on his hair so it'll look like there's sunlight hitting there as well. Okay? I'll come down here a little more. Okay, let's use our blender pen. This doesn't have to be exact. This is just fun to color. You see that little bit of white? And I didn't clean my pen before I started, so I got a little bit of orange up here, and you know what? I'm just going to add a little bit more right there, just to make it look like I did it on purpose. Looks like we need some more blue back here. And voila. Now we're going to stamp the inside of our card with the sentiment, which is "Have a happy day." And we're going to stamp our front. We're going to close our card, and we're going to stamp our front with "Hey Chick." Oh, look at that. See, I knew I got ink off of that pen, that pencil. So there you go. "Hey Chick." And I just think it's darling. Now, since this is for demonstration purposes, I won't give this card out. I could cover this up with something, but the purpose here was to show you how to make the card and how to get the circle die lined up and your chick lined up. And I just think this is such a cute card that will really make somebody happy and cheer them up in the office, or just, card to say hello. Hope you enjoy it. Thanks.